Hey everyone, it's Shradan here again, one of the Dubai-based BCBAs at the New England Center for Children, and I had a bit of a light bulb moment the other day that I wanted to share with all of you. Did you guys ever sit down and realize how often we end up waiting throughout our day? You know, you might be waiting for a coffee once you placed an order, you might be waiting for a text to come through, for the lights to turn green so you can speed through. You know, if you think back to your day, you end up waiting quite a bit. And you might be surprised, or maybe not, to hear that frequently when I work with families, one of the main concerns I hear is that their children are having a difficulty waiting. And this is irrespective of their age. And so I stopped and I thought, you know, I can't imagine what it would be like for someone who has a difficult time waiting to be asked to wait throughout their day so many times. And, you know, I'm sure there's quite a few impatient people out there that can kind of relate to this a little bit. But when we're looking at our children and some of the individuals that I work with, they're still at an even greater disadvantage. Why? Well, think about it. If you're at a store and you're standing waiting to pay for your item, there are so many things that your environment is telling you. And you're deducing a lot of information merely by observing your environment. So if you're ready to go and head to the checkout line, you know, the first thing you're gonna see, or the first thing your environment is gonna tell you, is the instruction to wait. And that could be by you seeing the lineup at the cash register. It could be someone asking you to please wait here. But your environment, sometimes in subtle ways and other times in not so subtle ways, is going to tell you that you must wait. So it's giving you that instruction. The second thing is a sense of time. I'm very capable of kind of looking at the line and seeing how many people are there, and then looking at how many tellers there are and kind of making my own conclusion about how long I'm going to be there. And then the third thing would be a distractor, right? If you're anything like me, and I'm sure you are, you're always gonna have something to keep you distracted while you wait for your turn. 99% of the time, it's our phones. Maybe we're just playing with our keys, or, you know, we're looking at some of the travel size options by the cash register. I mean, that's exactly why they put them there, right? And then last but not least, 4 is the power of making a choice, your freedom to make a choice whether you would like to continue waiting or if you want to leave and come back another day. Now, suddenly waiting isn't so simple, and you're having to rely quite a bit on your ability to observe your environment and make conclusions about it. Our children and the individuals that we work with struggle to do that, and so already they are not set up for success when it comes to waiting. So what can we do to help them? Well, let's tackle those 4 areas I talked about. The visual cue might not be the lineup. It might have to come from us. We might have to ask them to wait, or it could be wait. It depends what visual cue you've used with your child. Just make sure that if you're using it for a different skill, that you're not also using it for waiting. Number 2, you want to give them a sense of time. So instead of relying on the number of people in line versus tellers, you want to use a timer, one that beeps or one that's visual, so they can kind of figure out how much longer they're going to be staying there. Number 3, a distractor toy. Give them something, an iPad, a snack, a toy. If you don't give them something to keep those hands occupied, they'll find their own thing to keep themselves occupied with, and chances are you're not going to be happy about it. And then last but not least, they too should have some form of a choice on whether or not they would like to continue waiting or leave. If that timer beeps and they're not ready for their turn yet to pay, then you might want to consider whether your child has the ability to stay a little bit longer and reset that timer, or maybe you just want to leave and come back another day. Yes, that might be a little bit inconvenient, but if your child is not there yet and you're going to push through and wait anyway, it's going to be a lot more inconvenient having to deal with a tantrum in the middle of a store. So that also will fall back a little bit in terms of time management and being proactive in making sure that if you are going to stand in a line, that it's a line that your child is able to tolerate. All right, let me know your thoughts on that, and I would love to hear from you if you have other tips or strategies. Have a great day and see you next time.